four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota. Get low APR financing on the 2025 Tacoma with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Hy-Vee deals means more savings. This week, 4-ounce pork loin chops just 99 cents each. Fresh blueberries, $2.99 a pint. Tide detergent liquid or pods, just $7.97. And Jack's frozen pizzas, 3 for $10. The hot deals are at Hy-Vee.
Menards' 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Improve your home's appearance with Ideal Door. Choose from our in-stock selection or design your own. Get this garage door valued at $549.99 after rebate. For heavy-duty storage that protects your tools. Choose Master Force. Now's the time to buy. This garage cabinet system is a value of $1129.98 after rebate. Hurry in. The 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Menards.
Is your living room stuck in 2020? Give your home the 2026 glow-up it deserves. No credit, no problem. Low weekly or monthly payments and 24-hour delivery on in-stock items. Why wait? Shop All American Home Rental and Sales today.
At Ollie's, you'll save money on a lot of real brands like and even, and everything is up to 70% off the fancy store prices.
I got this awesome vacuum.
The good paper towels.
I got my favorite shampoo.
All these dolls.
You won't believe what you'll find and how much you'll save.
Holy sh!
Ollie's! Good stuff, cheap!
This isn't going to be your typical newscast.
Watch the Daily Scroll with Bailey Stroll tonight at 6:30.
Airwick's Essential Mist Diffuser is cordless and portable. Great for inviting friends too.
Come on over, baby.
With adjustable fragrance levels, it's easy to make every occasion fragrant and inviting. Airwick. Always fragrant, always inviting. Airwick's Essential Mist Diffuser is cordless and portable. Great for inviting friends too.
Come on over, baby.
With adjustable fragrance levels, it's easy to make every occasion fragrant and inviting. Airwick. Always fragrant, always inviting.
Dear Winter, our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready. Bundle up, Toyota. Get low APR financing on the 2025 Tacoma with $1,000 TFS APR cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Live from Ozarks First Plus, a rapid rundown of the local headlines, stories shared, viral videos, plus the features and facts before they hit your feed. You're watching The Daily Scroll with me, Bailey Stroll.
You are indeed watching The Daily Scroll with Bailey Stroll and Jay Reed. Welcome. Happy day that you're watching this. And we're glad you're here. Have some great things to bring you today on our Daily Scroll, what we've been scrolling and finding for you so you don't have to. Some good stories, some interesting stories, and trivia, our favorite thing.
Which you just said, happy day, whatever day you're watching this. For us, it's the day after President's Day.
That's true.
Which is important.
Way to date it.
Because it's only important because I'm doing President's Trivia. So.
Oh, okay. See, there you go.
I wanted it to be relevant, and then you were like, oh, let's not make it timely.
I try to make it evergreen just because I don't know when somebody's watching, but you know, it's I know that there are lots of other shows going on here that I'm sure they're telling the day of the week.
Isn't the topic of presidents evergreen?
People are always talking about presidents, and I will try to get deep in my brain and get the knowledge out that I have on presidents, but
quick, name a president.
George Washington.
Good job.
The one and the only.
President.
Well, for today, I guess not the only president, the first and the only first. That's what I meant to say. We're going to look back in the archive again. Another one of my favorite things to do here. We have a massive archive at Color 10. Could have been more if some people were more caring about past stories. I don't know specific people here that deleted it, but, you know, I've heard that there were people that were like, just get rid of it back in the day. So we have a lot of stories here, though, in our archive that you can just search the date, you can search a name, and it'll pop up from all the way back in the 70s. And that was the case today when we found out about the civil rights activist Jesse Jackson passing away. So we're going to go back in the archive of when he visited Springfield. Then later, this is something you might have seen already because I've seen it multiple times. A delivery driver being chased by some wild animals and making a huge scene out of it, and it's hilarious. Okay, hilarious.
You say that vaguely. I feel like I have seen it, but I know what you're talking about, and no, I've never seen this.
You haven't seen this?
No.
Okay, well, maybe I should give myself more credit for finding these viral videos. And then the really cool story about a dog helping find a missing child. So we'll talk about that later. And then, of course, President's Trivia to round us all out on this day. So, okay, first, the local thread. A sad day. Jesse Jackson has passed away at the age of 84. It was announced this morning that he died peacefully early this morning, surrounded by those he loved. Of course, he was a longtime civil rights activist and aide to Martin Luther King Jr. But what's interesting here is he made a stop at least one time in Springfield in 1981. And that's the footage you're seeing right there. It is from October 8th, 1981 at McDonald Arena. He came to speak about education, public education specifically. The reporter at the time said he was a champion of minority causes and a believer in bootstraps approaches to living by the individual. Now, Jesse Jackson's speech that day was a motivational speech. That's, of course, what he was mostly known for. He also ran for president twice, but he was known for just being such a great speaker. And that's exactly what he did when he was at the Missouri NEA conference in Springfield almost 45 years ago, the National Educators Association.
You talked about our great archive.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of famous people come through these doors, and we have footage here and there of them doing things. So.
I know, and it is pretty cool to see not only that happened, because, well, of course, we weren't around at those times, but just like what Springfield looked like in the background of some of these shots.
Exactly.
And how the reporters tell the story.
It's a good time capsule regardless, but it's also cool to have that personal connection to these people.
Yeah, and when something like this happens, like I like to go by the date, like what happened on this date. So every day I usually like search up the date in the archive, and I can find something, not always something that's worth telling you guys about. But when something like this happens, I just thought, oh, on a whim, let me search Jesse Jackson. And it popped up. And two stories, actually. There was another time in February 11th, just past 1986. He was at the Missouri Capitol and in Jefferson City talking about rural farmers, supporting them. So a very Missouri type things, I think, public education and helping out farmers.
That looks like a Missouri thing.
It's kind of because I was expecting it to be like civil rights activism and stuff like that, which, I mean, I guess he supported a lot of causes. But yeah, very Missouri thing, a farmers rally to ask for a moratorium on foreclosures for farmers specifically, because at this time there were so many that were not going to be farmers anymore, losing out on money. They were worried about their future, and so they just wanted to see if the legislature would do something about that. So,
you said part of this was to shout out your lovely article online.
Yes, I wrote about this.
If you wanted to know any more about.
And that, and I went back because we were talking about, well, where was that exactly in Springfield? We figured out by doing a little Googling that it was the McDonald Arena, because you can just kind of see in the background. But we weren't sure, so I need to go back and add that in, that it was, in fact, at the McDonald Arena, which you went to Missouri State too.
Yeah.
I've never been inside.
The McDonald Arena?
No, I've never been inside.
I don't know if I have either. Is that that's different than JQH /
Hammond
whatever
Student
they call it
Center.
now? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I've never been inside, but there's so many historic things that have happened there. And I'm thinking of another thing that I can't remember right now. They had a shelter there for, I think, a tornado or something, and they had all the cots laid out for like some kind of natural disaster that happened, and it's slipping my mind. But I can't believe that in all my time there, I never just took a step inside and looked at it.
Yeah, because it's right next to all the action. I
passed by it every day.
I lived right by it
Right
for
next
a while.
to it. I know it kind of gets overlooked, but there for a while it was like the place to hold things.
I feel like
Big
I've
events.
been in here at some point, but I couldn't.
It's pretty cool. I think it's like kind of a time capsule in and of itself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there you have it. Jesse Jackson has stopped in Springfield and stopped in the Show Me State. I'm sure he's been to St. Louis, Kansas City many, many, many times. But hey, we can't forget about Springfield either. And he was here at McDonald Arena, no less. And Doreen Abaya is going to have a story on him and local reaction in our newscast. So be watching for that later or on our website. And she's going to go live at McDonald Arena because that's where I told her to go because thought it would be a nice little tie-in. Okay, when we come back, wild turkeys. You know, I think if one approached me, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I usually don't think that turkeys could be even remotely scary whatsoever, but I guess for this UPS driver, they are a menace. So we'll show you that video of what somebody woke up to one morning when this guy was trying to deliver packages on their street. And then a hero of a dog helping find a lost 3-year-old in his neighborhood. And it's not the 3-year-old's dog. It's just the neighbor's dog or something like that. So pretty cool story. We'll be right back.
I got some ideas.
Okay.
Time out? No. Time in. I feel like mascots should affect the over-under. Ooh. Betting in space?
Morning, Mark. Not sure what's happening under your house? From musty odors to moisture issues and foundation problems. Call us today for your free inspection to come up with a permanent solution.
Today we are talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. If you're losing benefits for any reason, have moved, or are new to Medicare, you can call now because you may be eligible for plans in your zip code with additional benefits or cost savings that you may not know about or that may not have previously been available to you. Some people may be wondering if they could qualify for a special enrollment period because of recent life changes. So don't wait. Call the number on your screen now. Call now with any questions about your Medicare coverage options. We will check to see if there is a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits and potential cost savings. Call to speak with a licensed insurance agent and find out if you are eligible for an initial or special enrollment period. You don't get Medicare Part C benefits automatically, so call now for your free 2026 no obligation Medicare benefits review.
Just call 800-303-4130. 800-303-4130.
Okay, welcome back. Wild turkeys were caught on camera hilariously, honestly, terrorizing a UPS driver trying to make deliveries in Connecticut. Very snowy in Connecticut right now. This driver was seen running from door to door to dodge the birds. The way he does this is just hilarious. And if you get a chance to scroll upon this video later on, you turn your sound up because it's like, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's like, "You're not going to get me today." And he like screaming. And that's why this person ultimately started recording, I believe, because they woke up and were like, is an assault happening? What's going on? Is some kind of crime taking place? No, it's just this UPS driver just making the rounds as fast as possible because they are absolutely just tracking him as he goes from one spot to the next. I think this is absolutely hilarious, mostly because if they did catch up to him, what are they going to do? Nothing, right?
Peck him.
Peck him? Would it
I
really
don't know.
hurt?
I'll give a shout out to him, honestly. I had a UPS drop off. I think it was UPS that they just didn't do. And I got an email later that said, there was an animal interference.
No way.
And I believe it was
never happened to me.
There was just two neighborhood dogs that I saw outside my place and they were just saying hi, and I petted them and I went on. Apparently the UPS driver drove up and went, "Nope.
Really?
Not dealing with it. I'm out of here."
That is so funny.
So at least he saw
Animal
these.
interference.
Yeah, at least he saw these guys and went, "I go
Not
quick."
today. He can do it. He ended up saying, "I'm 40 years old. I can't deal with this," and then made another run for it. And then the neighbor that recorded it, I thought I heard the neighbors fighting. So I went to look out the window and I realized it was just the delivery driver fighting the turkeys. The turkeys always drive everyone crazy in our neighborhood, but usually cars and creating traffic. I've never seen them chase a person. It was hilarious. And I heard him as he was jumping in his truck. Again, if you get up and close to a turkey, which, first of all, why are they chasing him down? That's just funny to me. I feel like turkeys would try to avoid people for the most part. But I don't think that there's any real danger that he's in here. But that is really funny. Very, very funny. I guess maybe just let him hop up on your truck and take him somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe just do the whole neighborhood
Just do
a favor.
a delivery.
Yeah, do it.
Welcome
do
to
a
UPS
turkey delivery
turkeys.
to a different location. Okay, and next.
Speaking of random animals in a neighborhood.
Yes. A neighborhood dog helped police find a 3-year-old child who had went missing. This is just in early January. Footage from the Louisville Metro Police Department showing officers searching around a house, flying drones, even using helicopter support because they couldn't find this 3-year-old boy. But then they got to the house and they can't see, he's telling the story, of course, that they're approached by a barking dog. I don't think it's the kid's dog. And the officer says he's a little leery of the dog. He's barking, he's chirping at me, but then he keeps following me. There he is. Little cutie. Is that a corgi mix?
I don't know.
Might be. He continues to follow me to the back to the front porch as I knock on the house again. And look, you can kind of tell he's trying to lead him somewhere.
He said it's stuck in a well. Come out.
Yeah. Well, is that a Lassie?
I think that's
Lassie or Old Yeller. We never know. So then in the body camera footage, he goes, "Well, let's go find him." That's what the officer says. And the dog just like, okay, and it goes to the backyard. And then he notices the back door of the home is open. The dog then pulls the officer toward a vehicle. And eventually, that's where he found the child. And then he says, "Oh, you called it. Lassie found him." So he gave him a name.
And you know what? I believe Lassie. Does Lassie look a little bit like that?
A little bit.
Hold on. Yes, Lassie.
Sheltie, right?
Lassie was a collie.
Oh, collie, yeah.
Who saved her owner Timmy from a well.
Well, I think that's a border collie mix. That's there. Okay. Ultimately, the boy was found inside the vehicle.
Oh, much more fanciful.
And all along, this 3-year-old boy had just gone inside the somebody's car, might have even been his relative's car or something, and accidentally locked himself inside. Then they got him out. So, but thanks to Lassie, led him right to the scene.
What a hero!
Yeah, it's a cutie dog. I can't believe it, but it goes to show if you have a dog involved, they've got that sniffer. They can tell you exactly where they are, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, love those two videos.
I don't know if your dogs would help a lost child.
No.
Sorry.
No. Well, they've barely even seen a child before.
They got some learning to do.
They've got a little bit of learning to do. That's for sure. Barely have been around any children, but I think if I was lost, well, they never leave my sight, so when I'm at home, so there's no way I could ever get lost.
That's good.
They did make a run for it one time, and they got out the front door somehow, or they got out the back gate, and some construction workers found them up the street. I didn't know what was going to happen because I thought, oh gosh, but nope, they were just playing around with them.
So
I guess
it's more likely that a child rescues the dogs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
I guess so. But if you were a child in my neighborhood, I wouldn't
mess with the dogs.
I wouldn't go near them. Just let them go because they're weird looking.
Yeah.
The lore continues about what kind of dogs I have.
We're gonna make somebody think
so
that you have the strangest monsters possible in your house.
They are perfectly healthy, but one of my dogs had us up 4 different times last night. I say perfectly healthy because he had some bathroom problems. 4 different times
Wow.
to let him outside.
Wow.
At one point, I just wanted him to be like, just go in the house. We'll clean it in the morning. But no, I didn't get up, but my husband did. But my husband was saying, he's spoiled. He's just spoiled. When have you ever seen this dog? All he does is sleep. Wake up in the middle of the night to go outside in the pitch dark. Like, come on, let's use our logic here. Clearly, there's something going on.
I apologize for what I got you started on.
Yeah, I'm on a tangent now. But if it I'm getting over a cold, but I'm also
you're
on a
not
lack of
feeling
sleep
100%, but okay.
because of my silly dogs and their stomach issues. But okay.
Poor guys.
When we come back, President's Trivia. We'll see how much I know about our founding fathers and beyond.
To everyone who's never experienced a Wisconsin fish fry, come see what you've been missing.
At Culver's, we know a thing or two about fish fry.
From hand-battered cod to jumbo shrimp. Every bite is crispy and full of flavor.
Crispy!
So crispy!
You're gonna love this. That's really good. That's an actual filet. It looks amazing. I'm definitely a fish fry person now.
Let us share our favorite Wisconsin tradition with you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
In the mood to get away? Indigo Sky Casino is your premier gaming destination. Indulge in delicious chef-created entrees, whether you're celebrating a special occasion or craving the finest in dining. Your table at Shawano Steak and Spirits is waiting, featuring a wide selection of your favorite adult beverages. Indigo Sky Casino, the area's perfect getaway. For details and hours, visit indigoskycasino.com. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
The homes that we live in, the air that keeps them warm, the power that keeps us going. Behind it all are real people with real skills. Skills that can't be replaced by AI. At Midwest Technical Institute, you'll learn the skills that keep our world moving. From welding and pipe fitting to HVAC and electrical. Trade up to a career with staying power. Trade up to trade school. Learn more at midwesttech.edu.
A preacher's wife killed in a house fire, a tragic accident, or something more sinister.
There is God, there is also a devil.
And this was the devil.
Yes.
Dateline.
Tonight at 7.
Okay, what do you got for me? I'm so nervy.
Yeah, you know so much about presidents, though, right? Right? You're an expert.
I mean, I surprise myself a lot of the time.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm
you'll
full
probably.
of useful
I feel
information.
like you'll get close on some of these.
Okay,
Some of them
so
are very
they're not.
random.
I mean, because when it comes to presidents, it could be like super
hard some
or
of them are
pretty easy.
really out there. I'm not going to tell you. And some of them I was like sitting here like Googling why that's the answer. So,
ooh,
they're
so
fun
there's
little discussion
a
bits.
little okay,
Maybe.
cool.
I don't know. Who was the first president to visit all 50 states?
I'm supposed to know that.
Yeah, just, I think you can give an educated. Okay, so how many presidents?
I'm going to say Teddy Roosevelt.
So, no. But also,
He liked to travel.
I was trying to think. What I said when I Googled things, I didn't Google this one. I don't know how many presidents even served since we've had 50 states.
Another great question for the trivia. When did we get all 50?
It was like 1960, wasn't it?
No way.
Did
That
we
late?
Get all 50 states. Hey, Google knew what I was asking.
Who has been to
1959.
Oh my
is when we first
gosh.
had all
Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be so shocked. I should know this. So during their presidency,
I think
visit all 50 states during their presidency. Okay, let me take back. I was too quick to the jump here. Okay,
sure.
Not Teddy Roosevelt then. Jimmy Carter.
No, it was Richard Nixon. Which, is a few
Fair
in.
guess.
Yeah.
Could have guessed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took him a little while to figure out, I guess, the route everywhere. JFK could have probably done it, maybe given more time. And then there were some other things going on. And
he was a busy guy.
Yeah. So,
okay,
I think it
Richard
makes sense if you look at
Good
a
for him.
timeline.
But I would like to know, did Obama visit all 50 states when he was president?
That's true.
Probably
you
not.
You think that's on their checklist?
Probably not.
I think it's funny every time on the news we say, oh, there's this country that the president's visiting. No president's ever been there. I was like, how did they miss that?
Right.
Is there not somebody
But
checking
when
these things?
when I'm wanting a president, I'm not sure if I'm really caring that
Yeah,
they're
that
going to
they're
visit
everywhere.
every state.
They're mostly going to
they've
go
got
to
more
swing
important things to
states
do.
and then
Yeah, that's true.
and then where
The swing
something
states.
happens. Which president was a law professor?
Lots
I was
of 'em.
surprised that it was only one. Yeah,
Only one?
I believe so.
A law professor. Professor.
Yeah, I
was
think that's
thinking
they have law degrees.
Lawyer.
But
Lyndon
law.
B. Johnson.
Not that random.
Nope. Okay, I'm going to get all these
it's
wrong.
in our, I almost said lifetime, but at least, this is saying that more than one. So maybe this whole question goes out the window. This is from the Today Show list that you gave me.
Yeah.
And now I'm second guessing all of it. It said Bill Clinton.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna change it to that.
Yeah, it would've been a good
because when
guess.
you said lifetime, I was like, oh, it's got to be Bill Clinton then, right?
Yeah, he was in our lifetime, right? When did Bill Clinton start?
I believe that. I believe that. Yeah.
President win. To 2001. Yeah.
He's the first one, like when I started having memories of he was the president at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have memories of that.
All right.
but
Well,
that's
I wish I would have guessed. Dang
You
it.
were so close. You were so close. Which president died of
gastroenteritis?
Oh, good.
Well,
While still in office. Oh no, is this personal for you? I'm so sorry.
No, it wasn't.
What did you have?
Oh, I guess I did to get my gallbladder out.
Yeah.
I had something like that. Yeah,
Sure,
that's how
you
I
don't
know
have
it.
to.
That's how I know that word. Was it George Washington?
No. He
Was
didn't die
it
in
one of the
office,
early
yeah.
ones though?
No, this is the president that I mostly included this because he has the most boring name of any president, in my opinion.
Taft.
That's a fun name. What are you talking about? This is a really boring name. To the point you're probably not going to.
Smith.
I don't think we've had a Smith.
No,
have
we haven't had a Smith. Smith or Jackson.
Zachary Taylor.
Zachary Taylor.
I just think it's
Okay.
two first names. It's
Yeah, that's a
I
boring
don't
name.
think. I also don't think he did anything. Oh, I don't know any little trivia about him.
I'm trying to
Clearly,
remember
he
like a
just
story that I've heard of
apparently
somebody
he
having
died
eating
in
something,
office or something. Yeah,
eating
so
something bad or like drinking some bad milk or something.
I've heard the story, but I couldn't tell it to you.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. But Zachary Taylor's boring enough.
What president was a licensed bartender?
Licensed bartender.
This also feels like there should be more than one, but again, it said there was one. so-
Licensed bartender. Garfield. I
No,
don't
this
know.
is
I'm
this
just
is an
throwing out
old one.
names at this point.
Abraham Lincoln.
All right, Abraham. Imbibing. Okay.
Oh, it just okay.
Oh.
It's just going.
Oh,
And
I would've got
honestly
that one.
Don't know why it's going.
Oh,
Stop
no.
going.
Speaking of Lincoln, the Gettysburg Address.
All right, we're just gonna skip through.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it just autoplaying? Oh, I got it.
Okay, well, I did not know while you're getting
You
that
didn't
set
know
up.
that it was the Gettysburg Address?
Well, let me see it. What was the question?
Oh, it was what memorable speech did Lincoln give during the
Yeah,
dedication of the
that's a
soldiers'
throwaway.
national
I would have known
cemetery?
that
You
one.
would- Okay, yeah, that's what I
For
was.
sure.
That's what I was
My
hoping.
one I would have known.
The one you would have known has been spoiled.
Got
I apologize.
spoiled. Okay.
Who was the shortest president to hold office?
Oh, there was a shorty, wasn't there?
I don't even know if I've heard of him as particularly short.
Oh, really? Well, shoot.
It's not like it's.
I can hear you typing
Napoleon.
over there. You're
Yeah.
looking up his height, aren't you?
I was looking up all their heights. Oh, there's a fun little graphic of them.
And now, have I said him before?
No, I don't think so. It was an early one. Oh, is this like a full map of him?
Let's think here.
Not great res.
John Adams.
No. James Madison.
Oh, that's who I was thinking.
What? Okay. All right. It's getting a little suspicious at this point. Anyways, here's a fun little graphic that shows all like some of their notable heights.
Wow, he was short.
You got tall Lincoln. You got
So
short
what
Madison.
was how tall was James Madison?
I just had it up, didn't I? Oh no, it's in like metric. I got nothing for you, Bailey. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay. We'll leave it up to a mystery. Are we outie? I did not
yeah.
get a single one
a
except
single one right.
the Gettysburg Address. That one's an easy one. All right.
That was the one gimme I tried to give you. It didn't work out.
I'm gonna have to
Better
study
luck
up.
next time.
You know, I think next time we should do geography. I think I'm pretty good at that. Maybe we could try that next time. Like the states and the capitals. I could do that.
James Madison was 5'4".
Hey, that's my height. There we go. What a way to go out. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Kicks it out. Steps back. Puts it up. Squish.
Bet all your favorite player props on FanDuel this NBA season.
New Country.
94.7 KTTS. Set your number one preset in the car to 94.7 KTTS.
Springfield's number one for New Country.
94.7 KTTS.
Menards 11% rebate is here. From lighting to lumber, from doors to floors. The bigger the project, the bigger the rebate. Prepare for the unexpected with Generac generators. Their advanced technology starts within seconds of sensing a power loss. Save over $850 on this standby generator after rebate. Visit our lighting showroom. These LED panel lights are perfect for residential and commercial applications. This 2-pack is a value of $104.99 after rebate. Hurry in, the 11% rebate is here.
Save big money at Menards.
Cancer isn't just a word. It's a battle my mom and sister had to fight with everything they had.
I know that battle too. I lost my wife to cancer. With so many people and families fighting cancer, we wanted to partner with Nick Bolton and share our stories.
We're fighting for awareness, for support, and also for hope.
Because no one should face this alone.
Join us in the fight.
Visit autoinjury.com to learn more and join the fight against cancer.
Attention, if you have Medicaid and live in Missouri and need assistance with daily living, you can receive a 100% free service and get help in the comfort of your own home by a loved one. Call Freedom Care now so you can receive daily help preparing meals, bathing, doing laundry, receiving transportation, and more, all done by a family member or friend who gets paid to be your caregiver. You get to decide who provides your care, and your caregiver can choose to get paid instantly after their shift. It's all funded by Medicaid, so it's 100% free to you. Call in the next 10 minutes to see if you qualify. The Freedom Care family will explain the process, making it stress-free for patients and caregivers. Freedom Care is a leading choice for home care in Missouri and has received over 5,000 five-star reviews. They've been helping families for years. This service is 100% free to you through Medicaid. So call right now and see how fast you can get started with Freedom Care.
I'm Craig Melvin, and this is Dateline on My Network TV. It was a vibrant young church with a vital young pastor.
You just were awestruck by this guy.
And his lovely, lonely wife.
She was young and innocent and bright and kind.
Soon, tragedy. The pastor's wife died in a fire, and that's when the strange things began. One by one, they fell under his spell.
They're housewives, they're mothers, they're upstanding women.
Keeping his secret.
What was it that allowed these women to go against everything?